Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with another movie reaction. Today we are starting the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and it's long been something that I've wanted to start, but I'm only getting around to it now. I do know bits and pieces about it through Kingdom Hearts. There are several games in the series that you visit Pirates of the Caribbean worlds, but I feel like those don't do a good job of representing what the actual story is like, so hopefully I haven't had anything spoiled for me. But yeah, I'm excited to get started. If you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like. It really helps out the channel, and let's get started. This is creepy.
Look, a boy! There's a boy in the water! My name's Elizabeth Swan. Will Turner.
Whoa.
You're a pirate.
Has he said anything?
He's a pirate.
His name...
How is she the first one to be noticing these things? Ah! He barely made it! Come on. Oh my gosh, she's faint. She could fall off the wall right
You
now.
look lovely. Yes, I'm a bit nervous myself.
Oh no!
Will you be saving her then?
I can't swim.
You can't swim?
Oh. Maybe you are.
It's weird. Oh, what the?
I believe thanks are in order. Had a brush with the East India Trading Company, did we? Pirate?
Finally.
Oh!
No, don't shoot!
I knew you'd warm up to me. You will always remember this as the day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Whoa!
Right where I left you. Not where I left you.
Oh.
Do you think this wise, boy?
Ooh. It was to the music. Haha.
You cheated.
Pirate.
The guy wake up? Yeah!
What's that?
Thanks.
Hello, Poppy.
Stab!
Parley!
Parlay.
According to the code of the Brethren set down by the pirates Morgan and Bartholomew, you have to take me to your captain.
Ooh.
Your holes are bursting with swag. That bit of shine matters to us. Why?
Well, I suppose if it is worthless, then there's no point in me keeping it.
Oh.
According to the code of the Order of the Brethren...
First, your return to shore was not part of our negotiations nor our agreement, so I must do nothing. Welcome aboard the Black Pearl,
Oh,
Miss Turner.
damn it.
I can get you out of here.
How's that? The keys run off.
I helped build these cells.
What's your name?
Will Turner.
No doubt name for your father, eh?
Yes. Here they come.
Wait, they're already aboard? Oh!
Sailors, back to the interceptor! Now!
Commodore! He's disabled the rudder chain, sir.
That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen.
I'm not a simpleton, Jack. You knew my father.
Oh.
Good man. Good pirate. I swear you look just like him.
My father was not a pirate.
Oh!
You can accept that your father was a pirate and a good man, or you can't. The pirate is in your blood, boy, so you'll have to square with that someday.
That is the child of Bootstrap Bill Turner. His only child. I think I feel a change in the wind, says I. And the apple's one of those next.
Is this some sort of fetish where he wants to watch her eat? I don't...
This is Aztec gold. One of 882 identical pieces they delivered in a stone chest to Cortez himself. An immortal that removes but a singular piece from that stone chest shall be punished for eternity.
Whoa. Knife?
Curious. After killing me, what is it you're planning on doing next? Look! The moonlight shows us for what we really are. You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
When a pirate's marooned, he's given a pistol with a single shot.
One shot. But Jack, he escaped the island and he still has that single shot. Oh, he won't use it.
Oh.
He's mutinous for his mate. The cursed treasure of Cortez himself. And every last piece that went astray, we have returned. Save for this.
Sorry, Jack. I'm not gonna be your leverage.
Well, there we go. That's all the blood you need? Can you return her now?
You, mate, your father, what was his name? Was your father William Turner?
No.
They brought her because they thought she was the daughter of William Turner. Parlay?
Oh, partner.
Parlay?
That's the one. Parlay. Parlay.
Kill him.
The girl's blood didn't work, did it?
You know whose blood we need.
I know whose blood you need.
Does she realize that he's the one?
It wasn't your blood they needed. It was my father's blood.
My blood.
My blood. Blood of a pirate.
Oh, hi.
We've only got one shot, and we can't die.
You can't. I can. My name is Will Turner. My father was Bootstrap Bill Turner. His blood runs in my veins. He swore she'd go free.
Don't dare impugn me honor, boy. I agreed she'd go free, but it was you who failed to specify when or where.
That's the second time I've had to watch that man sail away with my ship.
How did you escape last time?
Last time, I was here a grand total of 3 days, all right. The rum runners used this island as a cache. Came by and I was able to barter passage off. No!
That signal is over 1,000 feet high. The entire Royal Navy is out looking for me. Do you really think that there is even the slightest chance that they won't see it?
Master in terrible for you. Well, it bloody is now!
We will return to Port Royal immediately, not go gallivanting after pirates.
Then we condemn him to death. Commodore, I beg you, please do this. For me. As a wedding gift.
Elizabeth.
Excuse me.
My blood!
How the frick did you get here?
Not possible.
Not probable. Don't want to be doing that.
Meaning what? They'll die after.
Why don't I want to be doing it?
HMS Dauntless, pride of the Royal Navy, is floating just offshore. You order your men to row out to the Dauntless. They do what they do best. Robert's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. There you are with 2 ships.
I suppose in exchange you wanted me not to kill the whelp.
No, it's all by all means. Kill the whelp. Wait to lift the curse until the opportune moment.
He just pocketed one. He just pocketed one. Even the fish are scared. Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, got his feather. Oh, that looks ridiculous.
Couldn't resist, mate.
10 years you carry that pistol, and now you waste your shot.
He didn't waste it.
Oh.
I feel.
For a moment.
Cold.
Oh no! No!
I should have told you every day from the moment I met you. I love you.
Well done! Ooh, that flip! Wow.
You forget your place, Turner.
It's right here. Between you and Jack.
This is the day that you will always remember as the day that you...
He didn't get to finish his speech. Black Pearl.
What about Sparrow?
Well, I think we can afford to give him 1 day's head start.
Drink up, me hearties, yo ho.
This was such a good film. I feel like I let Kingdom Hearts dissuade me from wanting to watch this sooner, even though I knew the tie-ins in Kingdom Hearts were never as good as the actual movies. But this was so far beyond what I thought it would be. And I found out through some research that this film was based on the rides at Disney. I thought it was the other way around. So it's really odd that they'd make a movie out of a ride and then for it to come out so good, that's really impressive. And it's a pretty long movie at around 2 hours and 20 minutes, but like it held my attention the entire time. Really fun to watch. Music was fantastic. I'll be humming that theme song forever. And Johnny Depp is fantastic as Jack Sparrow. I've heard how good an actor he is, and I caught a glimpse of him on TV when I was a toddler with like Edward Scissorhands. Haven't seen the full movie of that. I've seen Rango, his voice work there, and I saw the first Fantastic Beasts film, so I feel like this is my first time like really being fully exposed to his acting, and his delivery on comedic lines was just top notch. And what a great story too, because when I imagine a pirate movie, I thought it would be about raiding villages, stealing treasure and all that, which it was, but the main crux of the film was something entirely the opposite of that, which is about putting treasure back. I thought that was really clever. And I think the best thing about this film, though, was the general lightheartedness and humor. In a story about pirates, pillaging, murdering, a story about pirates who are cursed to be living dead, who can't feel a person's touch, who can't taste anything, who look like straight up zombies. It's still filled with like hilarious moments. So like even little moments like Will waiting to see Elizabeth's father, he broke off a piece of the light fixture and it hit it somewhere. The movie did a good job just keeping a good balance of where I was entertained and intrigued throughout the whole film. I like that moment when Elizabeth's corset was too tight. Elizabeth and Keira Knightley are both like already so skinny, and they had to like squeeze her that hard. Some old-timey traditions are just really, really nonsensical. But she fell off the wall and nearly died on the rocks while Norrington was proposing. And yeah, Jack endears himself to us pretty quickly by saving her. Draws a ton of attention to himself by doing so and puts himself in a lot of danger. And I mean, he does threaten her life afterwards to get out of the situation, but he was never going to hurt her. At least that's what I'd like to think. Because if he was okay with hurting her, why risk his own safety to save her in the first place, right? And yeah, one part that confused me on my first watch was like, how did Jack slide down the rope while his hands were cuffed together? Because you can't put your hands over the rope if they're tied together. And you can't let go if you already started on top of the rope, right? So, but watching it, I went back and did it in slow motion, and he actually loops the chain around and holds it with the other hand. So, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, I got distracted by that. But yeah, I love that scene at the blacksmith where he's trying to like take the cuffs off. He's like, freaking hilarious. His mannerisms are great. And the fight between him and Will was really cool too. Like, I've seen fight sequences so many times in movies, and for some reason I felt like so thoroughly entertained throughout this one. Again, just perfect mixture of comedy and a level of cool. And I really enjoyed the whole forbidden love storyline between Will and Miss Swan. Won't even call her Elizabeth for a huge portion of the film. And you root for Will because he's a genuine person who like really loves her, and had the bad luck of being practically a no one. Of course, we also prefer him to Norrington, especially since it feels like a little creepy that Norrington is so in love with Elizabeth. I know it takes place at a different time in history, but like still, she just became an adult, right? And he was already an adult before the time skip. So I don't know. It just feels like he was waiting for the day she became of age. It's a little creepy. But yeah, glad that she didn't wind up with him is all I'm saying. Will Turner feels like a much better fit anyway. Speaking of the time skip though, Gibbs, the guy with the huge beard on Jack's crew, we saw him on Norrington's ship before the time skip. So what happened there? Was he infiltrating the ship? I don't know. And it feels like something that might be part of a bigger story. Yeah, speaking of Jack's crew, Zoe Saldana, I don't know how to pronounce her name, just randomly showed up without much fanfare. Like, I guess she might not have been a big name when this movie came out. I saw her in Star Trek and Guardians of the Galaxy, which definitely came out later, but I was like, whoa, big actress in what seems like quite a small role. I assume she'll be more important down the line, but yeah, just interesting to see her around. But yeah, this fun. Like I said before, this movie was just nonstop fun and intriguing. We wonder how Jack possibly escaped when stranded on an island. We finally found out that it was like this very mundane way, when he originally said he like wrapped his hair around a bunch of sea turtles and floated to safety. I don't know. And then Elizabeth gets him off the island the second time with a lot of fire. And so we know the truth as the audience, but the look on the face of the Black Pearl's crew, that was so good. They're like, how can it be? And it's actually really super easily explainable rather than like a rather pedestrian thing. I think my favorite part of the film might actually have been when Will gets Jack out of prison to save Elizabeth. First, there is the idea that he's willing to do anything for the person he loves, which is touching. But then the rest of that, the commandeering of the ship, is really, really entertaining. First, they both walk along the shore with both of them under this upside down dinghy, and then underwater too. That was really cool. And then they take a ship that can't be sailed by two people, and Norrington's like, that has got to be the worst pirate I have ever seen. But then they use it as bait and get on the Interceptor, and later the other guy is like, that has got to be the best pirate I've ever seen. Freaking hilarious. Really fantastic. And Barbossa is a really fascinating villain, really well acted, well written as well. Had several moments that were just great. First, when they first take Elizabeth, I thought them being pirates, that it was for sex slavery or whatever, but even though it's like a Disney film, I was like, that's the only possible explanation, right? But then Barbossa has Elizabeth eat some food and just watches her with such fervor. I was like, oh, it's like, is it like a fetish type thing? But then once we know that the crew can't taste food, they can't feel the sensation of being full, in fact, they're hungry all the dang time, it makes so much sense. And yeah, in retrospect, it's a really good scene. And then when Elizabeth sees the crew and their curse, Barbossa with you best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner, because you're in one. I mean, that quote in a vacuum is actually super corny, and you just heard my delivery. It's really, really bad. But something about the way Jeffrey Rush delivers that line makes it so good. I don't know, acting, right? And then his take a walk, that was spectacular. All of them just walking on the bottom of the ocean. That was really, really cool. And a shame he had to go out like that, shot first and then bleeding out when the last piece of the treasure was returned. And before that, Jack with the smuggling out one coin so that he couldn't possibly die. Quite a genius move in that moment. And yeah. Overall, really, really enjoyed this film. I'm going to give it a 9.5 actually. Yeah, it just surprised me with how entertaining it was. And looking forward to continuing the series. I don't know when exactly that will be, but we'll continue it eventually. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, really helps with the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more movies. We got more movies coming. Be sure to leave a like, really helps out the channel, and subscribe. We got more movie reactions coming, one every week. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We've got new movie reactions coming every week, so look forward to that. And yeah, if you guys want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye, friends.